Hey, we always live Elvis.
Memphis Mafia Kid,
And
and
Teresa.
hey, y'all. Hope y'all have had a good weekend. It's Sunday, my fun day.
Really?
I guess, Wait. I don't know. I ain't,
No, you're going to go pick up Lainey
Poet
today.
didn't know.
So,
Yes,
yeah, she'll stay a few
going to
days
get
with
our
us.
Laney book. She's coming down for her Thanksgiving vacation, if you want to call it, and stay with us until we go uh, to Mom and Daddy's on Thursday. Of course, we'll go to Teresa's daddy, uh, do a Thanksgiving breakfast with him, and then go up to Mom and Dad's and have a Thanksgiving dinner late. We always have ours later in the evening, so I know a lot of you do it, 12, 1, 2. Hey, you can do it whenever you want to do it. Uh, Real quick before we get started today, y'all, I got a special prayers and shout out for our good friend Susan. Hey, Richard, Susan, girl, we love you. You've got to get better for us, and we know you will. But you're always in our hearts, and we're always thinking about you. So love you, girl.
We do.
Get better and holler at us, y'all. Today just kind of got a mixture, got a few questions, but I was thinking, yeah, for Teresa,
Danger.
she give me that look.
Danger, Will
I can't
Robinson.
think, but about the last time we was at Mom and M's, we were just talking and some things, about when I was little, and I thought, well, I'll share some of them because it's just a wonder. That I turned out as great as I did. But just to start with that a little. But just some of the things the guys I was going to share with y'all, they would put me up to. Priscilla had a dog named Baba, and George Klein got a toothbrush and gave to me and would tell me to go and brush Baba's teeth. And I chased this dog off.
You were real little, like.
Huh?
How little?
Yeah, I was probably 5, 4, 5.
Okay.
6, somewhere around in there, and maybe even younger. 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Real young.
But chase that dog all over. That's when we lived in California, all over the place out there trying to brush that dog's teeth. And then another thing the guys would put me up to is the ones that smoke when they laid their cigarettes and their lighters down. I would grab them, take them straight out, throw them in the pool. I know a couple of them even had talked with Daddy about, going to have to do something with me. And he told them, hey, just don't put your cigarettes down in front of them. But, they just had me do all kinds of stuff. Elvis had a bar out there that he kept all kinds of snacks in. Peanuts, chips, cookies, candy. And I knew where it was, and I would go.
Oh, I'm sure.
And Mark Lacker was with me, and we used to, even if it was they was in the, in the living room area just talking or whatever, we would almost walk. Mama got to laughing about it the other day of how we would walk through and just ignore like we were invisible, and ignore anybody if they were saying anything, and just walking like they couldn't see us, and go back there and dig and get what we wanted, and when we come out, our pockets would be just fat full of stuff. And I know, a couple times Elvis would tease, and say, Danny, get out of there, get out from behind there. What are you doing? What are you getting? And I would say, I'm working for you, or I would call him. He would call Daddy Marble Eyes and me Marble Eyes, and a lot of times I'd get kind of antsy at him, and I'd say, you marble-eyed Baba. And he'd just fall out laughing. But, we just, like I said, that just to think about that life was just so much fun. I mean, a lot of, ooh. But, those guys, like I said, I had there was like the biggest pile of big brothers or uncles you could ever have. And they were constantly putting me up to stuff. They would put me up to going to the colonel and asking him for money. Daddy'd be like,
Yeah.
just all, like I said, all kinds of crazy stuff. And I just thought, I would share that with y'all because it just, sitting talking about it just brings back, the memories of just how special that part of my life was. So, hope y'all enjoyed that. We got a few viewers' questions, and hey, I'll let Teresa do a little bit of talking.
A little bit of talking. That's fine. All right. Oh my gosh, that H looks like a L. Keith M. When I drove by Vernon's house, I was in shock to see it in such poor condition.
Yeah, and we've had this question asked, and y'all, I have no idea. It's been, Teresa, how long has it been? When we was up there with Mom and Daddy, doing a thing with a man from England, a kind of a meet and greet. That's been, I don't know. I'm just guessing
5+ years.
Oh yeah, at least.
Yeah.
I hadn't been up there. I hadn't been by there, y'all, in several years now. But I've heard it. Even then, it was, the house was just not in good shape. Swimming pool, in my opinion, was just totally.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even
totally ruined.
Yeah,
it was just kind of looked like it was a catch-all. Is what it looked like to me. And I have no answer of why. It's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like I always said about the ranch, but especially that. I mean, I would, you're going to have Graceland and this is just me, Elvis Presley Enterprises and all, and that being close and connected in Elvis's father's home, I would have had it in part of the touring package. I mean, that's just me, restored it or whatever it needed to be done and had it. But, why it I don't even know who owns it, y'all, but it is, it's a shame that it's in the shape it's in. Because, I mean, when I was in that house, it was beautiful. I mean, of course, it wasn't Graceland, nothing to ever be Graceland, but
did you swim in the pool?
But it was yes, yes. Me when I stayed the night with Rory, and a lot of times, we would go down and use Uncle Vernon's pool and swim in it, or Graceland. I mean, so we had both, you know. It's just a shame, but anyway.
All right, Teresa Carpenter. Did Elvis like the Beatles?
He liked the Beatles. Y'all have all heard, the story of when, they met and stuff. I mean, and just my opinion, I mean, with anybody, it's kind of like your, if you play sports or whatever, that's your
competition.
That's your competition. So,
competition.
Not that you dislike them, but, but as far as I see each other a lot and hang out and talk. No, they wasn't like that. But he didn't. As far as I know, I never heard that he, had anything against the Beatles. I mean, as far as a person, people, they like one another. I know they liked him. So.
Yeah. Okay, this is from Rita. Did y'all have pets at Graceland while living there?
We did. We did. When I read that question, the first thing that popped into my mind was thinking that, I don't know if I ever explained. That's what made Graceland and that little world up there, the land and Graceland itself, where we live. That's what made it home. Is there was no restrictions. I mean, there was no, you're going to live here, but you can't do this or you can't have that. Everything. I mean, that's what Elvis told us the day he took us out and showed us the trailer of where, he wanted us to live and when he gave it to us, that everything up there was ours. And that's just the way, I mean, it was. And that's what made it home. But to answer your question, yes, we had several dogs. We had Spanky. There's pictures that y'all probably seen. He was our little white poodle. Mama had him. For years. He actually died. He's actually buried up there on Graceland grounds, close to where our trailer was. But we had him. We had, for a while, a Great Dane that Elvis bought us named Baron. But he got, I can't remember, a distemper or parvo or something. And he went through a lot, but they was unable to save him. And then we had other dogs. And then, of course, Elvis had his, he had dogs. And there was always dogs. Everybody up there, I know, Donna and Deborah Henley had a little dog, and
You had Scatter up there, the chimp.
yeah, and he had all
And
kinds
all his-
of pets at one time or another. I tell you something else, cute, not really matter, but this is one. During that time, I went through a little phase, and I actually I had a pet mouse, and I used to let it cry. And don't ask me why, I just got on one of those things. But and some of y'all may remember this, but I named him WW, and I named him after the movie WW and the Dixie Dance Queens of Burt Reynolds. If any of y'all remember that, if you do, hey, let me know. But just I'm trying to think. We had some squirrels that actually they cut a tree down at Graceland, and the mama was killed, and there was 4 or 6, I can't remember, baby squirrels that didn't even have hair on them. My mama put them in the aquarium, and she raised those squirrels, and we turned them out at our trailer at Graceland, and for a long time they would run around and come up, and mama would feed them stuff, and so I mean we had every kind of pet you could think of.
So if you see squirrels at Graceland, they might be
Yeah,
related.
generations and generations.
Not the same ones. But they might be,
I don't think it's going to be the same squirrels unless some old squirrels.
Okay, this last question is from Lilia Gorley. Did Vernon adopt the Stanley brothers?
Oh, he did not. And I don't know. I've heard, so I'm not, I'll have to, I guess, maybe ask Daddy, see if he knows them. I'll tell you what that I heard, but I heard there was problems with their father. I don't know if it was even being really considered or not, but, he didn't want them to be. But nevertheless, to answer your question, legally adopted them, no, he did not. So. Y'all, hey, we hope y'all are having or have had a good weekend. Looking for this week coming up. We're going to get y'all at least one more, maybe a couple more videos.
Lainey will probably join us.
Yes, before I'd love to have her.
Yeah. Let me say, Thanksgiving is this week in a few days, and then Christmas is right behind. And a lot of people have been asking a mailing address for us to send Christmas cards because, we put them on the wall. And the first ones get the best place because that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put it down in the description if anybody wants to send one, and we send some out. But, we like to fill our wall up, make it Christmassy.
We love it. We love just hearing from y'all comments, communicating, doing this. This is, like I said, y'all, it's our life, and I can't think of a better life I would want to have. So we love each and every one of y'all. Hope your holiday's good. Like I said, we'll have another video out before, but still want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And I'm fixing to take off and go get our Laney bug. So y'all have a good week, because I know we will.
Yes.
And with that, y'all remember, we always live Elvis.